My Karcher Hoover here is lying in bits. Comes with a washable filter. Did I forget? I didn't put the filter on right, and see the propeller on side was clogging, made a weird noise. So I did what I normally do. I rub it to bits. But rubbing it to bits and getting it back together is a different thing. So I thought, well, maybe I might make a wee video in case somebody else has the same problem, because the good thing about these Hoovers here, which I never knew this, you know, it's got the wee float on the side for water. That's all very well. It doesn't stop dirt going on if there's no filter on. The actual propeller in there, it's separate from the actual electric motor. There's a rubber seal between the two. So even when the dirt gets into that motor, it doesn't actually get into the electrics. So the only thing that would destroy it is if you actually jam the motor and then the propeller doesn't cool it down and the electrics overheat. So I might do a wee bit of, and when I pulled it apart, button, everything came out. It's a bit like, you know, when you're in primary one and you have to get the wee squares and put them in the square shape and the triangles in the triangle shape. That's what this Hoover's like, trying to get back together. Handles, everything, it's just disintegrated. When I pulled it apart, I lifted the lid off, bits were flying everywhere. So I just thought, well, maybe it might be worth making a wee video, you know, because the global warming, you can't go chucking Hoovers out. Like, I have minimum wage, I can't afford to throw them out. Now, I can't guarantee this is going to work when I put it back together, but I just think I might just take it back and make a wee video on it. It's falling apart anyway. So you take out all these screws here, all them screws around the outside, and that takes the lid off. And then when you take the lid off, I say everything falls out. You see how everything's falling out again. To get the actual motor out, you take out this. I'm going to do it again, like, because people want to know. There's only one nut actually holding the motor in place. Now it's a faff getting it back together, like. It is a faff, like, but it's not. It's hard, but it's not hard. It seems more difficult than it actually is. Bits just fall everywhere. But so there's only one nut on the inside. All the outside nuts is holding on the lid. But I'm working it out. I thought, well, it might be worth it doing this here, you know. So what I done here, I'll take it apart again. See, there's wires everywhere. Wires everywhere. Everything just falls. That's what you get. You think, oh fuck, the Hoover's done. Like, it ain't done. It ain't done. Don't panic. It's not done. So you see the rubber seal there? That rubber seal. So all the dirt was in here, you see. I got my wee Henry. Oh, Henry's a wee lad. Come on over, Henry. Better get on the video here. There's wee Henry. Henry, he gave me a hand and he sucked the dirt out. I tried poking it out first, but I got Henry. Wee family member. Can't join in. Now what you have to do now is to get that in there in one piece. This is awkward. And see the wee float fell out again. The wee float in there falls out. Where did the wee bugger go? That wee float's important because that's what stops the water going into your motor when you're using the wet part. Where did it go? How far could it went? Oh, there it is there. Now, I was a bit confused of which way this went on. First time it fell out, I don't know what's top, what's bottom. You're trying to look which is the dirtiest. But it makes sense that the round bit fits in there nicely. So the whole idea of it float up, the round bit stops the water getting into the motor. But even if water was to get into that motor a wee bit, it still doesn't get to the actual electrics. So I never knew that. So I'll put this on here now, look. It's like one of them wee Wayne's toys. That's what it's like. I've never had one of these apart before. See, this week I've done the engine oil, I've done the oil filter, I've done the diesel filter. Never done diesel filter before. See these holiday demands? I'll tell you, I'm saving a fortune by not going to work. I tried bleeding the clutch. It's maybe improved a wee tiny bit, very tiny bit. That wee rubber thing goes on there. That, see that nice and shiny there, look, all nice and shiny. That fits against that rubber. So it's going to take 2 hands for this. I'll see if I can, but there's no expert way of doing it. You got to get that in there, juggle it about a bit, juggle it about. I said maybe they've got some robotic thing in Germany. Germans are all robots, haven't they? That gets that in one go. It's not that you can't put in one go. It's because it's wired. If you did it in the factory, it'd be easier. You put that in before the wires are touched on. So I'll see if I can prop this phone somewhere to get an idea. So like I say, I'm putting the kitchen all this week. I'm doing car mechanics. It's passing the rain again. So you get, I started taking an easy day today. Took we Luna to Brentall Bridge. So you get the idea. You got to try and get one into the other. There's no real way of doing it. Just chuck it in like, and try and straighten it up a wee bit like, but it's not going to go together if it's not straight. That's probably it there, you know. She won't click on it if it's straight. It doesn't really click on much, you know. So that's it on there now. So you just hold it until you get that one screw back in again. I say, I get this together. There's a possibility it mightn't even go like. So you don't know. The water's dripping on me here too. There's a hole in the roof. Of all the places we fix this, it's underneath the hole in the roof. That's the motor back in now. And there's that many bits and pieces here. What do you see this? See, whenever you pull this lid off, this button's on. The lid will not come off with the button on and leave the switch in place. The switch will be pulled out like that. And there's nothing, you know, that's just what's going to happen. But what I've discovered here now, and we see this now, it's like I say at primary school. Do you see the two wee knobbles there? And the other knob on the other side. So this is how I worked it out here, you see. So the two wee knobbles, see them wee hooks there? The two wee knobbles go into them wee hooks. And the water's dripping on me here. I'll move it over here. I think that water dripping on me. Working with water. I'm trying to think about this now. See, I'm trying to balance it with my foot here. See, it goes in that way there, huh? But why is she not going in that way? There's no reason why it shouldn't go in that way. Come back again. Nah, I must be getting Alzheimer's. This is how it goes on now, boys. See them knobbles? Forget about the knobbles. The top and the bottom ones are decoy. So see these wee hooks now, we'll go back to start. See these wee hooks here? They go to the top of this. They go on the top. See, see these German boys? They designed that there for robots to put together, not meant for humans. Now when that lines up there now at the front, the back pushes in. See that now? So that's what it looks like. So best thing to do is you watch this video is fast forward to this bit and skip that other bit I put on. I could edit it out, but that takes too long. So once you got that on there now, the next problem I had, I could not get the lid on. The handles have to go on. You know when you always put plugs together, I mean years ago, you used to get out rubber plugs and you had to feed the flex through the hole in the middle of the plug. And you always had the plug wired up. So that's back in the days you had to wire up plugs. People wouldn't know how you wire up plugs now. You always had the plug together before you realised you forgot to put the flex through the lid. It doesn't matter how often how many plugs you wired up, you always forget to do that. It'd be handy if you took it apart gently. They just fit in like that there now. At least I think they fit in like that. I know once we put it back together. Now I tried then to get this lid on. This is as far as I got. So I haven't practiced none of this now. Could not get the lid on. The only way you can get the lid on is by taking this off. She's got them wee it's got them wee bits there you push in. So you have to push them in and pop that out. It's impossible with the angle. So that's why when you take the lid off, the hoover falls to bits. It's not meant to work like that. I need an assistant, you know. I'm going to get a girlfriend, so I couldn't afford one. It'd be cheaper getting somebody to fix the hoover. Right there. See if I can prop this up again. See, I haven't done this. This is all laid now. I haven't done this before. I say if you had some kind of wee, maybe tied up some of these wires a bit here. Where would them wires go there? I hardly have wires hanging around like that. That needs to go a bit tighter there. That'll all tighten up. You know what? Could be a bit neater that day, you know. I don't know now if that's right or not. She's not a real cozy fit there. That wire shouldn't really be there. Bring them wires around here. Them two can go in there. I don't think that motor's dead balanced. I think she's slightly over to the side. So I might take this wee screw out again and give it a wee jiggle. Just looking at the top there. She's not, like these German boys would not leave a gap like that. Made in China, that'd be normal. But I'm tempted to loosen that nut off and give it a wee jiggle over. It's just going along. I don't know, it might be alright, like. I say, whenever see that there, I don't think that there's a nice fit there. She needs a jiggle over. So we're going to rewind a bit of this. I mean, cut a bit out. I'm trying in there. So I'm taking this bolt back out again. I wonder if there's any way of seeing here to jiggle it over. Because you can take this off 100 times and not put it on right 100 times. Because the motor wants to fall out of your hands. So it's all the wires clipped in. If you want to spend the time on clipping all the wires, it might be better. So I'm going to take it as gently now. I'm going to treat it like it's a bomb, like. Not that I've worked with many bombs, but just, see, you can't do it gently. It's just like, you have to be harsh with. So I think that just needs centered up a wee bit more there, you know. I'll put it on, I'll take my time putting it on gently so I can feel it. As that be. Look at that there. I don't know. Is that wee bit of rocking there? I don't think that rocking should be there now. I suppose the motor has to be tight, doesn't it? I don't know. She's on a rubber washer, so maybe that's normal. Probably has to be tight, and then whenever you put it down, then she can press it on. You know what? I think things is getting worse. Things is getting worse because now the rubber washer on the top. I'm gonna do a whole new video. Hey, she's looking better at that there, boys. She's looking better. Don't move. Aye, that's it. So give it a wriggle like that there, boys. That's looking better there now. She's not rocking now. If I can get the screw in now without her coming out. Easier said than done. It's funny how just one screw holds it. I'll put on the wrong hole, didn't I? Put on the wrong hole. Which screw holds this motor on? It's that one over there. It's this one over here holds it on. There's a screw in there. God, I don't know. Anybody watching this video will not pull one of these apart, don't I? I say, no way, we're doing that. The one in the bin, go to the Argos. There now. See, all my fix-it videos is not how to fix things. It's how to work things out yourself, how to fix things. Oh God, there's a lot neater there now, boys. It's looking nice now. Looking nice. So we're back to where we were 10 minutes ago. Put on the wee handles again. I'm not like these ones. Here's one I prepared earlier. This is all live. Now these wires here, look, they must go in that wee slot there. It's a wee slot there. Must go behind that. Oh, imagine they go down the same slot. They wouldn't have made the slot so big, would they? Let's see the other wires now. Not there. That was just dangling there. Oh, look at that there, boys. Look at that. See, it goes over there. Look at that. See that? Them German boys, I'll tell you, they've engineered everything. She's looking better now. So that she's over the wee hook there, she's in behind that, she's in the wee slot, in the slot. I'm impressed with myself now, like. I'm learning as I go along. Now the water, they're going to get electrocuted now when I start it up. So now the lid now should go on nice and neat. All depends now, these handles have to be inside the lid when the lid goes on. And I've got our switch off. So the switch, you just get a screwdriver and poke the wee things in. So I'll put that over the wee handle there. Yeah, I'm doing this with one hand, like. Other people will have two hands. Make sure the wee handle's at the inside. I don't know if it matters. I'm not one for cramming things on. You know, if it's not going on neatly, there's a reason why it's not going on neatly. So we're turning this boy upside down now. Wee Karcher doesn't have a name. It's not like wee Henry. There's one screw in there already, so we'll put this boy in first. But it's good to know, if you do get dirt in your hoover, don't presume that the motor's gone, because the actual electric part is separate. I think I paid £60 for this. I'm not too sure. Maybe I didn't pay. Maybe it is. I think it is £60. I didn't pay £60. I never pay full price. But it wasn't a big sale. I got this from my centre heating. The time I did the centre heating, so it's probably about £52. Got a wee coupon or something. When you put the filter on, twist the filter. I didn't twist it. The old Karcher had a better filter. This filter is a proper filter. The filters, you don't want a proper filter for a DIY hoover. The old one had like a piece of material that just stopped the dust going in to protect the motor. It wasn't to stop the dust in your house. Have any spare nuts anywhere? They're all full. All full. Thing is now, the last thing now is your wee switch. The wee switch just goes on the one way, like it's a wee half moon. Wee half moon. I don't know how much of this video I've got. Now, when you put the switch on, she has to click into place. Once it clicks into place, it won't come out. So you're going to need a thumb. Look at that, boy, look at that. Will it go? Will it not? Now, what I'm going to do this time now, I'm going to put the filter on properly. So why did that filter fall off? She's a bit wet on the inside too, like. But it's meant to be wet. Why did the filter fall off? I see here it's meant to be twisted on, going by the angles of this here. I just stuck it on, but didn't say, look, you have to actually put it in and twist it on till she locks. That's her locked now, look. So if you ever get a Karcher, pick it up with the filter and make sure she's on right. Then you not have to screw it apart. That's what I reckon. I should have played it when it wasn't sucking right, but like I wasn't intending doing a movie on how to fix that Karcher, like, but just when I found it interesting screwing it apart. Everything's working now, boys. Look at that. See, people think, you know, in the 1 week, the amount of jobs I do in 1 week, car maintenance, fitting kitchens, walking pups, now fixing hoovers. See, this is what I installed this new kitchen in it, look. See that wee socket's handy to get at. So you don't take Jenny thought it was live there. That's Henry's slave. See that, boss? Oh. I'll suck up all those sawdust to the shed. Try and get the shed rid of it a bit. Will she go now? Will she go? Now it hadn't stopped working. It was the noise. It was the noise the motor's jamming. A wee puff of dust came out there. A wee puff of dust. So I would say it's just the fact that this filter's soaking wet now. The filter was lying in the dust. We've saved Karcher, we've saved it. See the water coming out. So because I put the filter in soaking wet, I've just hosed the filter out and soaking wet, so the water's coming off the filter. But for what I see of that motor now, even though the water's coming out, that would have scared me before, but there's a rubber seal. That's your metal propeller at the top, and there's wee holes in it, and she's flinging it out like, you know them thing you used to get years ago for vegetables. You used to spin them with your hand. You used to put your chips and all in it before, you know, you cut your chips, you put them under the tap, and then it's vegetable spinner. That's working like a vegetable spinner. So even though that water's coming out, she ain't touching the motor. But I never knew that. There we go, it's working. See, the way I look at it, if I spend an hour fixing that Hoover, I'm valued at $10.50 an hour minimum wage. That cost me less than $10.50 in time. And if I were to buy one, it would take me an hour to go to the shop and back again to get one. Plus, I have to work another 7 hours to pay for it. And then you've all the boxing all to dump, and then you can dump this. Quite handy fixing it. That's long enough for this video here.